Okay, thank you, Monsignor. Well, here on the island, South Shore Catholic Young Adult is a ministry for young men and women between the ages of 21 and 35 who are seeking to grow in faith and fellowship. Joining us now here in the studio are the group's co-founders, co-leaders. We have Christina Giganti, Ryan Romaine, and the ministry's chaplain, Father James Mary Rich. Thank you all for coming in. I'm so happy you're here. I think this is such a wonderful idea, wonderful thing you're actually doing. And Christina, because you're sitting closest to me, you get to start this out. Let's talk about what the ministry is doing.
So South Shore Catholic was founded in March of 2022. And our mission is really to create opportunities for young adults to grow in friendship with Jesus Christ and each other through the sacraments, through prayer, through fellowship, and through service.
Ryan, I know you both actually have been involved in youth ministry for many years. Ryan, we're right next to your old high school, right?
That's right.
Hellenberg High School.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're going back to high school today when you're driving in that parking lot?
Yeah, well, part of the South Shore ministry, we bring in a lot of different voices from across the diocese. So the Marianists have actually been great friends to the ministry with what we're doing. So it is good to be back here on Kellenberg grounds, yeah.
It is. I love driving in here every day. I think it's just absolutely beautiful. Okay, Father James, you are the chaplain. How did you get involved?
Well, about a year and a half ago, my brother, priest, and I of the Dominican Order were invited by Bishop Barris to staff the parish of St. Barnabas in Belmore. And at the time, I wanted to get involved with young adult ministry, and so I reached out to the diocese and then also South Shore, and we were beginning discussions in the fall of, I believe, 2024, and then in, I believe it was March, about a year ago, we had our first Holy Hour collaboration between South Shore Catholic Young Adults, and they built up the ministry so well, and we worked together, and now it's, over a year now that we've been working together to promote young adult ministry.
So tell me what the ministry does. Christina.
So every second Saturday of the month, we have a holy hour, and we usually get about 80 to, our biggest event was 115 young adults. We also do Bible study on Tuesdays, on the fourth Tuesday of every month. We also have a book study starting for Lent, and we have an exciting pilgrimage coming up to Portugal and Spain this summer. There will also be a large young adult retreat that we'll have June 6th and 7th, and that will be island-wide with all of the young adult ministries on Long Island. So we really minister to young adults, and we gather them together to socialize, to grow in their faith, and to really have a fellowship of people around them that they can grow in faith with.
That's so nice. I know it's based out of St. Barnabas, but when you say South Shore, young adults are coming in from different parishes, right?
Correct. So the ministry initially started in Suffolk County, and we were initially parish-based. And after I had hopped on a few months after Christina had started the ministry, it was a struggle for a little bit to find a home. And then thankfully we had some support from the diocese for a little bit. And then we finally found a permanent home at St. Barnabas in Belmore. But yeah, we do minister to young adults that come not just from across the South Shore now, but from across the diocese. But initially the idea was to provide that opportunity for young adults on the South Shore.
How are you getting the word out that you are there for them?
Yeah, so Instagram has been a really big help.
Social media for good.
Social media for good, that's right. Social media for good. Now we do appear on Google as well if you search us, so that's very helpful. And then just parish bulletins. People still read the bulletin, believe it or not. So
no, I do.
It's very important. And then just word of mouth from other young adults and from some priests and religious that have been very gracious in their assistance to us.
So Christina, this was your idea. You started this. When you now watching it grow, I love the smile on your face when you talked about, we start here and at times we have over 100 young people.
Yeah.
Is it growing even? I know we can keep growing, but when you're watching this growth, how great is that?
Yeah, it's beautiful to see. When I started, I really felt called to start the ministry while I was in Mass one day, and I always say to everyone, I didn't feel qualified to do it. I said, Lord, where are you taking me with this endeavor? And someone once told me that God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the call, and he equipped me with the skills, and he gave me Ryan to continue to grow the ministry. And really, it's through God's grace that it has grown so much, and it's just so beautiful to see the personal testimonies that are coming out of it, the discernment that we see through some of the young adults. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, Ryan, how did you get involved?
Uh,
How did Christina find you? How did you find her?
So I was one of those young adults that had gone to I think her second ever event, and doing ministry at Kellenberg and then at Malloy University. I just felt that this is something that I could help with in the long term outside of college. And so I volunteered to help in any way I could, and that gradually became helping more and more until we got to the point we are today, where now we're co-leaders and we do work very well together, especially now that we have the Dominicans, which have been so gracious to us.
Father James, to watch this grow, something you really want to be involved in. What is this like for you?
Well, it's great for me because at least in the past, it helped me to discern my vocation to the priesthood and religious life. I joined young adult ministries in Boston and Worcester, Massachusetts, and also Providence, Rhode Island, and I know how important it was for me. And so to see that Christina and Ryan have built up this ministry, started it, and it's really flourishing right now. So it's exceptional testimony really to their faith, and also what we can do within this diocese.
Are you seeing a lot of friendships grow because of this?
Yeah, for sure. I always say that Christian friendships are the best, the ones that are grounded in faith and in Christ. And there are people that I met maybe a year ago or 2 years ago that I feel like I've known my whole life because of that. So there are definitely a lot of friendships that are growing, and a lot of people that are discerning religious vocations or priestly vocations, discerning marriage. So it's something that's very important and very needed, especially in this time.
It is. I know we can go to Instagram or social media, but really, Christina, tell us where everybody can go to find out more, and everybody is welcome, right?
Yeah. So our Instagram handle is SouthShoreLI_CatholicYA. And there is also more information on St. Barnabas's website. So if you look up Young Adult Ministry, you can find us and email us, and we can get you involved.
It looks, okay, that's a nice, easy way to do it.
Yep.
I'm so happy you all came in today. This is so important, and like, I want to say congratulations, but it is, because it is, something that's needed, and it is growing. Christina, Ryan, Father James, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We'll have more CFN Live right after this break.